I'm
You should
sorry.
probably
I had
get
to
that
put
poodle off your head.
Did you see what I did? Did you see what I did with my horn? Obviously, it's no that thing.
What are you
Paranormal,
doing with your
I
hand?
brought my horn up and it caught the hook and it was bloody sore. It was bloody sore. Hello, everybody. Hello, Alan.
Yeah, sure.
Alan's here.
Blame
because it's
everybody
sex
that
and
you hit your
paranormal.
hand, and that's why you had your hands between your pants.
It's
Come
a
on,
good
man.
job it wasn't my right one.
It's like, hey, I know you already have issues trying to grip it because it's a micro penis, but come on, man.
Oh no. Too big for you to handle anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, we were going to be joined by Jenny tonight. I don't know what's happened to her. I think the aliens have took her. They've took her into the spaceship as we speak. I know she's got a bit of a sore back. You know. There's Dots. We've not seen you in ages, Dots. Where have you been? Where were you last night,
Did you
Dots?
get abducted, Dots?
When
you get about you.
There's Louise. There's Louise there. I'm going to moderate. You need to mod Louise. You need to make her a moderator. We're in the chat and Dots too. But why are there no mods in the chat? That's weird. That were there no mods before?
No.
Louise, we
were trying to be a little bit more picky because of some people trying to take advantage. Right.
But maybe Louise and Dots. Okay, I mean they made
Louise Dots is still a little sketchy.
Louise is here for our Godzilla thing.
Oh yeah, no. She messaged me after the show yesterday saying she wanted it shipped first class.
Well, look, we're trying to. That sadly, the Antonov in Ukraine was destroyed beyond repair, so we can't get it that way. But luckily, the Royal Air Force is flying in one of their new transport aircraft, so hopefully we can get it to Ireland for you soon. You know, it's only costing us like something like $100 million to deliver it to you. It'll be there soon.
100 mil. She ain't that good.
You better watch, by the way. You better watch, by the way. Louise will hunt you down to the end of Ireland and do terrible things.
I almost just said something nasty there.
And then Jenny will get you. And then you'll be just screwed. You might as well just gear up, surrender, and let them do terrible things to you.
Well,
you know,
I have the perfect trap for leprechauns. It's just a laundry basket over them with something heavy on top so they can't get out.
See, that's something we never brought up last night. Was there ever been a case saying sex in the paranormal? I'm sorry. Sex in the paranormal with a leprechaun. See, this is why I was hoping for Jenny to be on the night, but I don't know what's happened to Louise.
Oh, God, that was a poor segue there.
But Louise.
I have never heard of a case, but I still want to know, is it true that Ireland has a beer that has leprechaun hunting instructions on it?
I don't know. Louise.
I was trying to look for it when I was over there, but I couldn't find it.
You know, but that's a case. I mean, you've sent me a voice message, but I can't listen to it now. Jenny, I'm going to mute my mic, take my headphones off, and I'm going to listen to it. Give me a minute.
Oh, God, she's listening in the background, secretly hoping. Oh, I am not a leprechaun. I am not a leprechaun, you son of a bitch. I don't know why I'm making her Indian, but...
I sat there. She thought we were on at 10:15, but tell her to come in when she's ready. Keep it.
No, I like to be on time, unlike him.
But that's what I'm going to keep that question. I'm going to keep that question for Jenny.
If anybody has a legitimate insight on that, please let me know. I am now curious. I'm legitimately curious.
Has there ever been like a leprechaun?
Well,
sex and kind of thing? Yeah.
Well, they say, you have changelings and leprechauns are considered part of the Fae, and I think Barry Fitzgerald, when we had him on, was talking about something like this.
He was talking about paranormal sex with leprechauns.
No, we were
I
talking.
I can't remember that. Is this when
he was talking?
Is this behind the scenes when I left?
Book. He was talking about his book, Deception of Gods and Men, comparing about how like the Fae sound a lot like abduction scenarios.
You sure it wasn't fantasies with leprechauns?
No, Jenny, I just know my mother was listening to that episode because she always had a thing for Barry's accent. I don't even know what the fuck Chris said.
Send me a voice message. I'm doing a podcast.
God. We're talking over each other, man. Or
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
fucking
Honestly,
hell. I'm
what?
about to I'm about to get you one of those new AI dubbing machines so people can actually understand what the fuck you're saying.
Louise, would you like to come on tonight? You're welcome to join us tonight, eh?
Of course, Louise is welcome to come on.
I'll tell you what, I'll send I'll send it now. Just give me a minute here. I'm pressing buttons here that I don't know what to do with.
Oh God, he's pressing
Don't
buttons
use
again. The
words.
show's gonna end up going to disappear. Somebody's gonna end up disappearing because Chris is pressing.
Be fine. Be fine. It'll be fine, ladies and gentlemen. I just need to fund Louise now. I just need to fund Louise wherever you are, somewhere. Where are you? There you go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still here. I'm sorry I was saying it, but I think the leprechauns have got Dakota. It's happening. It's happening. The leprechauns have got him. Look at that picture that he's got, ladies and gentlemen. It's fine, Louise. You don't need to join if you don't want to. We just send you the invite. But look, the leprechauns have got Dakota. That's it. They're doing terrible things to him as we speak. But don't worry, Jenny will be on shortly to save us all from the leprechaun menace. Oh, his screens went black. I'll have to bring him on stream. There he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, he is back. You there, Dakota? Stop. I'm telling you, stop looking up leprechaun porn. That's terrible. I'm not pressing any buttons. I'm not pressing any buttons. See, look, honestly, it wasn't me pressing the buttons. I've got good internet other than this man himself here, you know. He's been looking at honestly, this is the great excuse ever. Do you know what's been happening, ladies and gentlemen? He's been watching too much leprechaun porn.
Why is it that the only sentence I heard out of that was leprechaun porn?
Well, that's what's been wrong. That's were you looking up? Is that why you disappeared? Were you draining the internet looking up leprechaun porn?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing as leprechaun porn? Though?
Probably.
I know. There's people into that kind of stuff, you know. But Jenny will be here soon, and you know.
Talk more about the leprechaun porn. I'm sure she'll come up.
But no, we are going to be talking to the next subject, guys. We are obviously talking about the incubus and the succubus tonight. And please consider becoming a member of the show because it'll help Dakota, you know, find out one day about these strange things. You know, it helps the community grow. But honestly, the incubus and the succubus, I was waiting for Jenny to come in, but you were saying, I was asking you, has there ever been a case where an incubus and a succubus turned up at the same time to some unsuspecting soul?
I wouldn't necessarily count them unsuspecting because there's plenty of people who try to brag online that they're trying to do summoning rituals to bring these things together just so they can get fucking laid.
At the same time? But how do you get two of them at the same time? I mean, that's just like you need to do some serious shit to get that to happen. I mean, this is where we need.
You either need some serious shit or being a serious dumb fuck.
I mean, once you obviously conjure them, they'd be quite difficult to get rid of, won't they? I mean, they're not there for like one night; they're there for the rest of eternity, unless you like. See, he was there. I knew he was there. Pete, man of the hour. Pete, have you ever had an experience? I know, Pete. Get yourself up here. Pete, have you ever had an experience with an incubus and a succubus at the same time? And don't say Hillary Clinton.
Or Taylor Swift. There's plenty of that shit. There's plenty of that BS going on right now because of the Super Bowl.
But honestly, what do you do when you do something like that? Obviously, after it. after you've had like your night of like romantic fun, how do you get rid of them again? Is there like a incantation one can say to "Begone, you succubus, begone, you incubus, into the darkness, never to return, are set for next Wednesday at 8:30. See what I mean?
When, from my understanding, when the act is committed, they're essentially bound to you. So even if you were to say, fuck off, call yourself an Uber, they can still come up at any time when they feel the desire.
See, I find that interesting because you were talking last night about how ghosts could probably make you pregnant. So could an incubus or a succubus? They're the same, obviously.
That's the whole mythos. Yeah, but that's where it kind of crosses over into changeling territory. The whole idea.
Nope, there's Pete there, the man that has experience. It's got blooming nose, guys.
And as well, some sources say that those types of spirits don't necessarily have assigned sex. They go with whatever form is most pleasing.
So there you go. So if there's any incubuses out there right now, or succubuses out there right now, Dakota here is willing to take part. Was that?
I've already dated enough succubus.
But here's the thing, right? You should do it for the paranormal community and the people in the chat.
It's called
just think
chicks.
of the paper you could just think about the paranormal paper you could write on this if you had experience.
It's called a goth chick.
Yeah, what's she transzulubus dots. Have you been putting something in your tea?
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Is this like a new type of like succubus or something like that? Well, it's like an alien.
Oh god, he's saying it's like a transgender incubus.
Well, you might get this. You might get incubus and succubuses that identify.
There's according to the lore, there are several demonic figures. I do believe a couple angels as well, who do identify as both.
Dots will be getting excited in that chat. Control yourself, Dots. Control yourself.
That's been. There's also several mythologies where you find the same thing. It's there. It's out there. It's not necessarily like this new fad like people.
I would just like to state also. If there's any young people watching this, it's not very good. This is an 18 rated show. Just putting that warning out there.
Yeah, about almost 15 minutes too late.
Oh no, angels! Oh, see, that's the thing, right? See, Mike didn't really believe in the angelic encounter, right? And I'm kind of the same. I don't really believe.
Don't believe in angels, and guess who shows up?
Hello.
It's all blurry.
Can't hear you.
Can you not hear us?
Can't hear you.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Speaking of a succubus.
Plug your phones in.
Okay, I can't hear you.
Do you have headphones?
I don't need headphones.
You do need headphones.
Heard that?
Headphones.
Hold on. I will try them. Hold on. Let me see. There's always something wrong with this one. No, that's not it. That's it.
I was wanting to ask her about the leprechauns. You know. Can you hear us?
She's still. Now we got.
No, we can't hear. We can't hear her.
Now it's showing that she's talking. It's given the yellow box, but now we can't hear her.
I'm telling you, it's the paranormal leprechauns.
Leprechauns.
I'm telling you, it's the I'm telling you, it's the paranormal leprechauns. Leprechauns. Corns. Oh, to tell you that the leprechauns there, you know. Oh, what are you?
I'm not that good with Taylor Swift songs, there, Pete.
That's kind of more. That's more like a pirate, kind of Irish pirate, isn't it? Oh, what a part there. Just, I'm sorry, Louise. You may, when I come to Ireland, you can hit me with a big stick. No,
Find
what's
the
that?
biggest one you
Son
can
of the
find.
naked, son of the naked Bigfoot. The only way to defeat a what's that?
A succubus is to sing its song backwards.
When you go, give your best song backwards.
I don't know a song backwards.
Give me the YMCA backwards.
AMC. I don't fucking know.
Leprechauns are entirely see. Pete has had this experience. Pete has probably been out in the woods. He's been wandering through the valleys and glens, and a leprechaun has jumped out in front of him and went, "Hi there, Pete. I see you're a horny little creature, you are." That's more like a pirate, that, isn't it? Just ignore me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm mad. I don't know what's happened to Jenny. I think the leprechauns have got a Jenny! The leprechauns! They're everywhere! Leprechaun, aye, that's what they are, the leprechauns. Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't pronounce it now. God. I can't pronounce it now. Ooh, to tell you the no.
Got to sing Shake It
What do
Off
you pronounce it
backwards.
then? You pronounce it then.
Leprechaun.
Shake it off. Leprechaun. What was wrong with my con? Leprechaun.
God, I feel like another aluminium is good. Aluminium debate's coming on.
Aluminium is aluminium. You just call it aluminum because you can't spell it correctly, so you have to call it something.
That's how we spell it over here. That is American English.
Aluminium. It's aluminium. Jenny's here. Jenny will back me up for the leprechauns.
We still can't hear you.
I don't know what's going on. We can't hear you now.
I don't know.
I think it's the horny leprechauns. It's the leprechauns. We can hear you.
Oh no! Wait, we have sound.
Hey,
he's alive.
Say something.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I said? Because I said fucking leprechauns.
That's what it is. Oh. I don't want to say nothing, but we can't hear you now.
I hope you're joking.
No, you keep breaking up.
Who's joking?
I'm telling you, it's the leprechauns.
Okay, are we good?
We're good. We're good.
Okay.
What did you do? What did you do?
I pushed something in. It must have been loose.
Oh, see, that's what that is. It's leprechauns. They've got into your house. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't pronounce it now. Thank Jesus.
Say leprechauns.
I can't pronounce it right. Here a question. Has there ever been a case where leprechauns have been doing things to people? Like maybe obviously invest in their houses and stuff like that, doing terrible things to them. Obviously this. God with this.
I find it funny that her camera's blurring out as you're saying this.
I know, I think she's picked up a few leprechauns in her day in the old Leap Castle.
Demon's choking the chicken. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't bloody know. I don't know. Anybody talks to me about leprechauns, I shut them down. I know people go, boo, boo, you're supposed to be Irish. I don't give a shit. Leprechauns.
Where did the leprechauns come from? Where did they actually come from? Where did the little folk, the little leprechauns, come from in Ireland? The history.
I'm actually going to look it up. I don't know why my camera's going blurry, but I'm going to look it up.
Oh, that's what the leprechauns.
I know it's going blurry like a Japanese porno.
Okay. Thanks.
Only Dakota would know.
What is this? Oh my god! Hold on. Okay, the origin of the leprechauns. Tales from these small creatures first emerged in the 8th century. Yeah, they love Carlingford. In the 8th century, when legends about tiny water dwellers began circulating among the Celts. The name is thought to come from that word, Lukhopan, meaning small body. No surprise there, as they only 2 or 3 foot tall.
See, that's interesting. That is interesting. Because obviously in Scotland you've got the fairy folk and stuff like that. Maybe that's just the same thing and they just called it something else.
Aye, but has anybody really ever seen a leprechaun? Like anybody, like Dots. Have you seen a leprechaun? I'm sure I've seen a few leprechauns after a few drinks, but a lot of people. I probably dated a few leprechauns. Everyone I dated was small.
Tap in the Valentine there.
Honest to God, anyone I dated was like smaller than me, and I'm 5'5", so Jesus Christ.
Oh Christ!
Like I know, right? Get him a big green hat. But anyway,
What's that?
Huh?
Leprechauns have very long hats from Son of the Naked Bigfoot.
Fix my camera. Hold on, I'm gonna fix my camera.
Crazy.
I'm trying to try and get the.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
don't knock it till you try it.
Pete is away down to his pond tonight.
He's skinny dipping.
Come, little leprechauns, I'm waiting on you. I've
He's
got a
skinny
wind up
dipping so it'll
torch.
shrink down enough for the leprechauns to be able to take.
Oh, God. Right, here, Jenny. I mean,
Yes.
what's your opinion on the incubus and succubus?
I do think they are real. I do.
Mhm.
I do think they're real. There's a movie I watched before. Geez, when I was years ago, when I was a child, I watched it. I think it was called The Entity. And that's fine. It was called The Entity. And do you ever see the woman, like this poltergeist was always with this woman when she was asleep,
Aye.
when she was in the
That's
shower.
right.
Right, the shit.
That's a true story, that.
Story. And it stayed with me. It frightened me. So that's the one thing I would never joke about would be the incubus or succubus, because there's other things I would joke about, like the leprechaun. I'll probably have some chainsaw in my door now with fangs on him wanting to get into my house. Yeah. One an ex, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Maybe I don't know, but
yeah, I do believe.
Sounds like some of my exes.
But I think it was. I do believe in them. What do I think they are? I don't know. Just arseholes when they're alive and they're just terrorizing people. That's what I think.
You see, it's interesting that you bring up the entity case, because obviously a lot of people don't realise that actually happened. The movie wasn't 100% real. The movie was a wee bit exaggerated. Same with the Warren movies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that woman, I was listening to a Coast to Coast AM live, oh God, months ago, and it was actually a friend of hers.
Mhm.
She's moved all across America to different locations. She's had exorcisms and everything.
Yeah.
Still to this day, it still happens at least once a month.
Oh my God! Is that
No.
That's not from the movie? No, that's from a different case.
No, that's the woman for the entity. The woman for the entity.
Still happening?
She's still alive, yeah, and it's still happening to her.
I just don't know.
And there's
I
Dakota.
don't know what I would do.
See, that's
like I always say when we're in locations, you can touch us, but do not harm any of us.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd be going around probably kicking and fist in the air. That sounds so wrong to say that.
I know. But it's, can you imagine? I mean, that movie, I've seen that movie a few times. And some of the movie is real. That's what actually happened to her, because our man was a trucker. He trucked throughout the United States. And they moved into this weird house, and it all started happening. See the bit where they tried to capture it and freeze it and all that kind of stuff. That didn't really happen. There was experiments done, but there wasn't to that extent. Obviously,
that was at the very end, and a makeshift house that looked like hers.
Yeah. But a lot of people think that actually happened, but it didn't. There was stuff tried to done to try and stop it, like exorcisms and stuff like that.
But it didn't. So why did it not work? Why did they not work?
It makes you wonder: is it maybe her that's doing it to herself? Maybe because you hear about poltergeist cases with young kids and stuff like that. Maybe she's got that much. Maybe she's psychic. Maybe she's got abilities you don't know, and she's maybe been doing this to herself.
No, this is 2505. Who's done 2505?
Somebody's changed my name again. See Dakota, I'm going to shoot him.
Christine.
Oh God, he's some persons.
Do you think you? So
I
you
think
what,
he's trying to get in.
can he not? There.
Hello, Dakota. How was that
Hello.
succubus experience for you? Was it the
Told my ex
leprechauns
to
again?
fuck off.
I tell
Told my
you
ex to
to
fuck
stop
off.
watching I tell you to stop watching leprechaun porn when we're doing shows. It's terrible.
You're the one that needs to watch what you've been doing lately, man.
Oh, but no, we're talking about that entity case, Dakota. I mean, how I was listening to the show and about how it's still actually happening to that woman. What do you think that was, Dakota? What do you think that entity was? Do you think it was incubus or a succubus, or do you think it was something more? Do you think it was maybe because it was sexually assaulting her every time? That's what it was doing. So it's obviously a male. Well, is it a male?
I don't know. But you see, in the movie when the husband was downstairs and then the succubus came to the husband.
Yeah.
So
And it was doing stuff.
Is it her all along? Was it a succubus that was at her?
Maybe.
Who's thought?
Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe it was her.
But she had. I'm just saying she had multiple exorcisms done on her, and
it worked.
It's a creepy show if you listen to Coast to Coast AM. What happened at 25:05, Dakota? They're putting it in the chat.
Voices.
I've noticed that lately.
From your side, Dakota?
I don't know whose side it was. I was just hearing
last night something came in and covered that alien face and then put its head back out again.
What time?
What time was that last night when that happened?
I should have fucking noted it.
I'll need to go and watch, but something there's a shadow goes across that.
Louise said she's seen something. last night. Not tonight, last night.
Yeah, she saw it around the same time I spotted it.
Okay.
The entity case is very well documented. Dad suspected it was an unhuman spirit like a diva. You can get rid of a diva once it attaches itself to you. Is that kind of the same as like a demon? Because once you learn its name, you can basically banish it.
I'm gonna look that up.
Oh yeah, suddenly I can't.
Diva is based out of Hindu mythology. Means shiny, exalted, heavenly being, divine being, anything of excellence. It's typically used as a male term. So
see, that's
also one of those things. It, like Chris was saying, it could have very well been her doing it all along.
Aye, but maybe it was attracted to her, and maybe when she didn't realize that she was doing it to her husband when he was down the stairs, when she was sleeping,
that she was taken over.
Yeah,
possessed. But would the husband? Oh, she would have taken on a different form. The husband would have seen a different form, not his wife.
I thought I heard somebody say something to me there. That is weird. That is weird. That I thought there was somebody right next to me and it said something to me.
If there's someone beside Chris, can you say it a little louder?
See, that's weird. I just thought I heard somebody say hello, and it's freezing in here right now.
Definitely feminine.
That is happening in your face and not mine. Sorry.
Aye. Jenny, go and visit Jenny.
No. No. I'm too tired.
Visit Dakota. I don't know. I've noticed it lately. See, when I was on your show the other night, Jenny, or was it last week? What was the psychic in the chat said she could see somebody running about me. I just presumed it was my house guest.
Oh, that was Donna.
Yeah.
That was Donna. Okay.
I've got a lot of spirits running about me right now. A lot of spirits running about me. Nice ones. They're all friendly, I think, but they're just a lot of them running about me. And I think they're intrigued by this. Divas don't have bodies; they cast shadows, though. See, that's interesting. They might the Sun Naked Bigfoot, Pete.
I see Dakota. Something's happening to Dakota.
And he's picking up something.
Okay.
I turned up Chris's mic to see if I can catch those voices a little clearer.
See, I could turn up my microphone if you want to the max, and then you would pick up everything.
Do that.
Right, that's it at max, and you'll hear me really intense now, couldn't you?
Yeah. Stop shouting.
He's why I say anything.
Hmm?
I'm just asking if they want to say anything. Interesting.
Can you move about from Chris's house to Dakota's house or my house?
Female voice. Somewhat older. Very soft spoken.
I know who it is.
I heard something there.
I know who it is.
Yep.
I'm just going to turn this back up, and the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to tell you something. Last night we were talking about obviously sex and the paranormal, right? And there was a voice come over, and it went ooh like that when we were talking about certain subjects, right? My grandmother used to do that. The exact same thing. If we were talking about anything, because you got to remember she was born in the 1912 when the Titanic sunk. That's when she was born. That's the era she was fair. And she would see things in the telly and she would go, oh, and that is what I've got a feeling she's here right now.
What's her name?
Chrissy.
Hi, Chris.
I'm awfully choked up with this, and I don't know why. I'm really hard to breathe. I need to blow my nose. I'm going to mute my mic for a quick sec.
You mute your microphone. Can we hear anything that he was on mute?
Right. Turn it back up.
Okay, so we heard nothing when you were on mute. So we're going to see if we can hear something. There, unless someone's moving.
He just knocked his mic.
Yeah, is that you, Chris? Okay, hands up.
As you were moving your hand, you tapped your mic a little bit.
Okay.
I'll bring it right up for you, look. All right.
Lift your feet up.
I'm not that balanced.
Look, I'll prove it to you right with it now. Oh, Christ. It's adjusted on a...
The arm.
Right. So I can't touch it. So only does it when I do it.
It's the quietest I've ever heard the two of you before. I'll say there's a lot of thumping. I don't know if it's somebody's heartbeat that the microphone is picking up, but it's kind of like thump, like somebody walking.
MD that's in my house are down the stairs right now, and I'm quite high up, and I'm above the kitchen, and nobody's in the kitchen. Everybody's in the front end of the house, down the stairs, and it's
Okay.
there's nothing. No, at this time of night, they're even sitting down the stairs at this time of night.
She have sisters?
My grandmother have sisters. My grandmother had 4 sisters and 9 brothers.
Any that she was particularly close with?
She was closest to the one that lived in New Zealand, but she died 2 years ago. She was 98, 99.
There was at least 3 female, possibly 1 male. None necessarily that I would worry about. Just definitely feels like a family visit.
See, I've been having weird dreams lately where I've been meeting my relatives that I've not seen for a long time.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's today, but you know what's going on now, but I don't really want to talk about it on here. But you get what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they're no bad, they're really nice. And it's a very friendly kind of atmosphere.
Okay.
It makes you wonder if they're just
poking their
gathering.
heads in, see what you're doing. They've been there for longer than a few days there, Louise.
Oh, I ken my grandmother, she visits on a regular basis. Like, I ken that for a fact because I've seen her.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've got my house guest that sees hours about. It doesn't seem to do nothing because the reason I'm looking over there because he's got a terrible habit for standing at the doorway, and he doesn't do nothing. He just mopes about, does his own thing. What's that? Son of the Naked Bigfoot. What's that for Lulu first? Yeah, I've been there for a few days. Son of the Naked Bigfoot. So if a Green Lantern could make anything, what's that? With this,
I guess it would depend on which version of Green Lantern you're talking about.
Right, exactly.
Are we talking talking Hal Jordan? Are we talking Jon Stewart, Guy Gardner? Guy Gardner definitely would.
Or is that the late night television one that was made with $10 and some spray paint? I just
Ryan Reynolds
I don't know.
One probably would.
Aye. I mean, there's been weird stuff happening lately. I've just noticed that it's weird. It's like my senses are aware if people run about me. But it's not just that. It's been happening with Dakota Tay. I tell you what, let's do an experiment. Whoever's run about me the now, do this for me. Make me famous on YouTube. Do this for me. Either visit Jenny or visit Dakota.
What was that?
I know, I heard something.
What?
Did you hear what sounded like a radio coming through on Jen's end?
Oh, I think my girl's upstairs walking.
All right. It's like, it
Hold
sounded like someone was talking on a walkie-talkie.
You walked right. I just told him to sit down.
Either visit Jenny or Dakota.
Stop walking! I had to tell him to stop walking.
It sounded like a woman coming through on a walkie-talkie.
She did. Aye.
Coming through on a radio.
It's quite interesting because it came through exactly as I says visit Jen.
Can you hear that? That's them walking upstairs.
Yeah, it's like, I can tell that's walking around, but I was hearing it's like someone talking on a radio.
That was something else. It was like somebody talking on a radio.
It wouldn't be the first time we've heard interference like that.
Yeah.
So if I say Jenny's name 3 times altogether, can we call up something?
It's not Beetlejuice.
Shut up.
Come on. All right then, Pete, say it 3 times in the chat.
3
See what
times.
happens.
Alright, click your
Say it
heel
in the
3
chat
times.
chat. I dare you, Pete. I dare you to say it 3 times.
There's no place like
You'll
Jenny's.
get them.
No place like Jenny's.
It's
That's
weird
true
that.
alternative to Jenny's.
Again, this is going to sound really weird, right? Obviously, the professional ghost hunters like you, Jenny, and people in the chat, and like you, Dakota, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because my room's always like a nuclear reactor, right? I like it warm. It's like a greenhouse in here, right? And where my hand is the new, it's warm. But now it's getting cold again. And there's no drafts. My door's shut, my window's shut. There's no drafts in this house whatsoever. Because it's all been insulated. And it's
when
weird.
Is that new movie out? Sorry, Chris, when is that new movie out, Beetlejuice?
Soon, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
Love it.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, we could go down the road. Was it Candyman?
No. I think my daughter's having a party instead, and they did not invite me.
Yeah, it's coming out in September.
Maybe they're taking up what you call it, the Irish dancing.
Huh?
They're taking up the Irish dancing.
Who? You are?
No, you said your daughters are having a party. It says maybe they're taking up the Irish dancing. What is it? The river dance.
River dance. I don't know what they're bloody doing.
Bloody Mary. Was it Bloody Mary? Is it Bloody Mary 3 times, isn't it? Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary 3
Bloody
times.
Mary.
With the lights off.
Bloody Mary.
No, my daughter did that before.
Come on. I bet you Pete's done it just to see what would happen.
Bloody Mary.
I think didn't Mike tell a story about Bloody Mary?
No. See if I get a visitation for Bloody Mary tonight. I don't want to see you.
So what you doing?
Jenny will take you up into her house and she will talk to you. Get your voice recorded
out. What in the world? Oh God!
What?
I thought that was something else.
Really? I knew you were this. What? This Dakota?
Pete thought it was something else too.
Oh God!
It was something else too.
What? This?
It's just the way you had it.
The way you had it holding it in your hand. Pete's lying in his bed and he's like,
it's a speaker. Look at Lulu.
Of course, Lulu would love that.
She switched it really quickly. So,
oh,
I can bring the real one down for you if you want to come to.
You've got a terrible mind, Dakota, haven't you? Oh God! Oh Jesus! Sex it has sex the paranormal. You know what I mean? You know. Why can we not get? Why am I stuck with my relatives?
Really?
Why can I not get the ghost of Hugh Hefner or something like that?
Oh.
I'm going to get a visitation tonight. I can tell.
I think
I just summoned. Oh my God, Pete!
Yeah,
Pete, you naughty boy. Definitely can't tell who your father was.
Oh God, honestly. But it is weird, isn't it?
Come on, Louise. Come on, Louise.
I sent her the invite. She says she's in her bed.
But she said she was in bed.
She is in bed.
She doesn't want to show up in bed on a show titled Sex and the Paranormal. That might get the wrong impression.
She's looking forward to getting her what do you call it, special prize that she won.
Yeah,
I'm on bed.
She's in bed.
She's in the bed. She says she's on the bed. No, she's on bed.
So she corrected and went in.
She's in her bed.
And there we go. The covers run about you.
God.
So there was a lady that mailed herself in Lulu today, an email, and she wants to, I forget the name of her show, Myths and Legends or something like that, but she wants to collaborate with our team to go to, I know, that something of Myths and Legends, and that if we go somewhere, a location, that we take them along with us. That's it.
Yeah.
So we take them along with us in a live or on a private video, and so they will do all the narration. We'll just go there. So we're still going to collaborate with them and get a location.
That's
so I was thinking to Louise, we're going to do Hellfire, great, or like a fairy fort, like something where you've heard a myth. But myself and Louise and Niall and Corey will be present on the location, and they will narrate where we're going and what we're doing.
Came what I was going to say, right? And I don't know if this is a good idea or no. There was a couple of things, right? Going to Hellfire Club, why don't you dress in the period that they dressed in? With the
Well,
cloaks
I'll
and
tell
stuff.
you why I wouldn't be doing that. It's because women were not treated really well up there at all. There was parties, rape parties. I mean, I'm not dressing up, and we'll probably dress the boys up in the women's clothing, but it will not be me or Louise that will dress up in the women's
Or
clothing.
what about even better is playing what they used to like. There will be recordings out there of like people kidding on what it was
Satanic.
like.
Aye.
Satanic and playing it. But say for instance, you went into the main hall back, sat it out, turned it on, and put your phone out, kind of as the method that you do with the phone, and just left it, and then left out the room to see if it just triggered maybe memories
somewhere. Well, we could do that and have somewhere. We could do that.
There's Pete. He'll come over.
Yeah, Pete, you come over and we put you in the Hellfire Club. We'll sacrifice you on the table.
Aye. I mean, we'll come out at the same time. Don't you worry. We'll bring the rope.
It'll be too cold. So yeah, if we kind of go up there and play that music, the satanic music, with a deck of cards with a glass of whiskey.
Aye. Because the cat agrees with me. But see, that's the thing. I mean, if you play like music for that era, or you play the satanic rituals or whatever it is, you don't need to get in total detail, so as it's no like. I mean, but it makes you wonder if it would trigger anything.
I would say it would.
Shrinking is not an issue. That's all right. He must have a strap on.
He just keeps his hands down there to keep it warm like a little campfire.
You have to give a man a sex change. Yes, it is.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I just don't know. I've got a vision in my head now that I'm damaged for life. I watched Mike's show last night, Sex and the Paranormal. I had to go and watch it.
What did you watch?
See, Son of the Naked Bigfoot in the chat. His dad was Mike, and he did a show called Sex and the Paranormal. And honestly, it just about killed me. A pump. Oh, God.
You stand it on one foot and just kind of press it.
You don't know what cold is, Pete. You live somewhere where the weather's nice and warm 90% of the time.
Oh, well then.
They don't get much snow up there. They don't get much snow where he is. Yeah, I mean...
Something that often gets too cold to snow.
Aye, true. Oh. That's very true, you know. But Pete, that would just be like Pete goes to Ireland and gets chained in the Hellfire Club.
Sacrificed.
Aye, we could sacrifice.
You can do that. Just go to Indiana. You'll find plenty of satanic chicks there. It's called the Crossroads of the U.S. for a reason.
It's called the what?
The Crossroads of the U.S. Indiana. It is.
So hell be fine. So in the Dublin Mountain. Also, as well, Louise, Macy's Woods, across the road from Hellfire Club, is said to be more active than the Hellfire itself.
I was going to ask you about that. See how they used to do like sacrifices and stuff in the Hellfire Club, like maybe human sacrifices. Do you think they maybe buried their victims in there?
I don't know, because it's literally at the foot of Hellfire to go into the place. You're on that road, and there's a wall across the road, and that's Massey's Woods.
See, it makes you wonder, because I looked that place up and it looked kind of creepy. But it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. Did they bury their victims, that the women that they murdered?
They could.
There.
Maybe they ate them.
Maybe they ate them. I don't know. It was the Hellfire Club. I mean, they were into everything.
Well, there was one story where they had a woman and she was naked, and they put her into a barrel.
Really?
Where he's going. They put him into a barrel and they lit it on fire and they rolled her down the hill. Now the hill down the fire, it's not even like a slope. It's like that. It's straight down. That's it. Okay. Jessica, come get your cat. So it's just me. It was me shouting at my daughter, "Come get her cat." He doesn't
We're
do it.
talking about sacrifices, and all of a sudden you just hear this.
Aye, they're coming for you.
Oh my God. He keeps crying. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Because I
But
always wondered. Oh, you go. Sorry.
oh no. No. Yes. Sorry. The hill up to Hellfire. It's very steep. Very steep. It's not even one that you know. It's like slantwards. It's kind of like straight down like that. So she was going straight down, and there would be no stop at the bottom. She was.
Oh my God.
Massey's Woods is across from it. So, and she was only one of the women that we know of.
See, that's that Hellfire Club. See the satanic. You talk about sex and the paranormal and stuff. The satanic worshipping and the things that happened to poor women in that place. And it wasn't just that place in Ireland. It was obviously the one in England too. And then we had the one in the Edinburgh Vaults, which was nobody really knows that much about the one in the Edinburgh Vaults. That I ken it's as it Eastbridge Vaults or whatever it is. It's there, but there was satanic worship done there. There was like wild parties through for like the gentry and the satanic worshippers. See, but obviously we've got the Hellfire Caves in England, obviously. But it makes you wonder where they get rid of their victims, how they get rid of their victims.
They would have just buried them.
I buried them. But where? Because it'd be too risky to bury them on the hillside because folk would notice. Let's face it, like farmers, unless they were in the
paper. The elite people of the Hellfire Club in Dublin. You had the British there, you had the Irish there, you had Northern people there, and these were the elite. There was one guy, and I forget the name. Louise, correct me if I'm wrong. I think his name was William. I could be completely wrong, but he was the one who built the Hellfire Club, all for shooting range. That's why he built it, and he did have bricks from Louise will know. There's one from a monastery. I think so. I don't know where they came from, but Louise will know. But we did a call out down there at the very beginning of the night. So we were at the right-hand room on the first floor. We left the room upstairs. Nobody else was upstairs. People were outside. That's it. So we were calling out and so on and so on. And Louise was doing the SS method. So we were getting good things coming through. And I said, so they call this the Gentleman Club, but I'm going to use the word gentleman very loosely because you have anything but gentleman. And then I kept going on because I like getting into the stuff that they don't like to hear. And then the REM pod went off upstairs in one of the rooms at the very top. The REM pod went off, which I always kind of question the REM pod. Well, when there's nobody in the room and you're in a location that has no electricity at all, and everybody's outside, because they can't go upstairs unless they pass you. So we know everybody's outside. But then for the REM pod to go off, when I'm kind of being a bit of a calling out group men. It was interesting.
That live that you did for there with Niall and Louise was really interesting. I remember watching that, and there was just something about it. There was just something. I'm sure when you panned that camera around, there was like a set of stairs. There was like a wooden thing, and there was stairs. And then in front of you, there was like a stone archway. It was like a doorway, and I'm sure for the split millisecond, I could see someone with a cloak on just go like that for a millisecond.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But it can be interesting. See that method that you go where you put somebody in some room and somebody's doing the stairs like you did at Leek Castle. And you say, "Oh, can you go?" The ITC. Where you say, "Go and touch somebody's leg or whatever." I'd like to go to the Hellfire Club in Dublin, right? And for somebody to sit in the woods. Just a normal deck chair or something like that, right? Theirself. I would do it if you want. I would do it. I'd sit in the woods, right? Sit in the woods. We obviously turn the torch off, turn off at half, and then for you to ask questions.
Could be fun.
To save me climbing up the hill. I'll be high on a quad, I can tell you that right now.
I'm not for that hill. Louise and I knows I am not for that hill. I'm just not for it. And every time we go, it's like, yeah, let's go. But if you have to mentally prepare yourself going up the hill, I'm not unfit, but I'm not fit either. That does not make sense, but it does to me. But going up that hill, you do have to stop halfway. I'm like 2 or 3 times you have to stop.
I see you can drive up it.
Huh?
You can drive up it. I looked it up on. There has been people drove up in 4x4s. So
Yes.
all we need is somebody. Is there anybody want to go to the Hellfire Club out there that's got a Land Rover Defender TDI Sport with 4-wheel drive, all terrain tires? That wants to go.
Higher one.
wants to go.
Oddly specific.
It's my favourite kind of vehicle, to be honest with you.
Go-
But that's the
supposed to
vehicle
go
you want to
zigzag.
go off lane, to go off road. But you couldn't hire like a Range Rover out and stuff like that and just drive up.
I don't know. I don't think.
But that'd be interesting because you could ask Jenny. Let's say, for instance, right? Say if somebody was in the woods sitting in a chair in the darkness, and you were in the Hellfire Club, and you says, "Is any of the victims in the woods right now? Could you go and touch?" And obviously, you just pick her back the body, obviously the arm or somewhere like that, and see what happens. And if this person comes back to you and says, "Oh, somebody touched me in my left arm,"
we'd have a radio. I don't know if the radio would work that far, but you'd have to have a radio.
You get them. I could probably get a Lenny, some that work up to like 20 mile. I know somebody works in the quarry business.
Have radios, but I don't know how far the range. I can't remember what the range is, but I don't know. We'd have to work that out. Myself and Louise and Niall and Corey will go up before you come over. We should make it up. There's a list of places to go to. There's beginning to be not enough months in the year.
Yeah, I know.
Get everything in, life in, and then investigations in at the same time. Not enough months in the year. We're doing too much.
Well, there is that talk that we've actually got 13 months in the year, but they turned it to 12. You ever heard of that, Ian?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, there used to be at one point.
Yeah, at one time there used to be 13 months.
The Mayans.
Yeah, the months were all like 28 days in length, and it was all equal set to a certain calendar. Yeah.
I'm looking at the commentary. There's talk of some type of ET commercial during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, it's a commercial they're talking about. It's it shows a bunch of people playing around on their phones. Then these ETs are coming down. They're trying to show themselves, but nobody's paying attention because everybody's on their fucking phone. So they came prepared and they had a website built that hacks into all their devices saying hello down there. It's an ad for Squarespace. That's all it is.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Subliminal programming for inevitable alien invasion? Maybe. It costs about $7 million to even place a bid to get an ad in the Super Bowl. So.
Wow. See the Hellfire. Something I wanted to ask you. Something I've never researched. See the Hellfire Club.
Stop, Charlie, will you?
The Hellfire Club in
Dublin. All out. Thank you.
See the Hellfire Club in Dublin, Jenny. Does it sit near any ley lines by any chance?
There is, yeah. Up there, yeah.
How close did they run through it? Or did they run?
I think they do run through it or behind it. If I am not too sure, I don't know if you know, Louise, if they run it through it or behind it, but they are ley lines up there.
See, I find that interesting because the one at Edinburgh, they've got ley lines run through it. And it's the same with the English one. Ley lines run through it.
That's what I was saying. I want to get, I keep saying it, but I haven't organized it yet for the 3 Hellfire Clubs to be done in the one night.
See, that's what I was going to say too, because I find this stuff really interesting. The churches, a lot of churches in Scotland, in England and Ireland, are built a certain way. They're built aiming a certain way, right?
Yeah.
But see that Roslyn Chapel, the one to do with the Knights Templars and stuff.
Yeah.
It's built aiming totally the wrong way, right? Okay. And it's built on top of 2 ley lines that intersect each other.
Wow. Okay.
And there was ceremonies used to be performed at it, but nobody knows what the ceremonies were that were performed at it. It makes me wonder. I know it's a church, right? But it's got a lot of mysterious. It makes me wonder if it's got an attachment to the Hellfire Club. Because it isn't really a church. It's the way it looks. It looks totally different. It doesn't look like a church. Do you know where I'm going with this? I'm wondering if it's got something. It's got maybe get a connection. Something to look up into. You know?
Yeah.
But you look at Alistair Crowley. I mean, look at Alistair Crowley at Loch Ness. I mean, he built his house right next to the ley lines. Where Loch Ness is.
Mhm.
So it makes you wonder what they were harnessing. It makes you wonder what was going on. Can you imagine if you had a time machine, you'd go back to see
Wonder.
what they were doing in that place at night?
Aye.
You set up a wee camera, they wouldn't have ken, they wouldn't know.
I don't know. Crowley seems to be fairly intelligent when it comes to his hauntings.
See,
Is-
what's
What's
that,
wrong?
Dana?
Oh no, I'm just saying what from Louise was telling you is that I know the woman who married the ghost.
Oh, that's right. I've never seen the chat. There's sometimes the chat doesn't work for me for
Oh,
some
yeah,
weird reason.
yeah, the passage tomb. That's in Hellfire, Louise, is it? There's a passage tomb there, so they would have built in ley lines. Yeah. And the same with Charleville Castle, that's built in a ley line as well, which is down in Offaly. But yeah, so did you talk about Amanda, the woman who got married to?
Yeah, because I was wanting to ask you about that first. I wanted to ask you about that first because I knew that you knew her, and I thought I would get the expert you to tell us about her.
I don't know much about her. We have spoken a lot. We've spoken more about rescue because of I do rescue work, and
Yeah.
she does a bit of rescue work up there north as well. But she did live in Drogheda, and yeah, she married this pirate ghost, and
Arr.
yeah, she married him. What can I say? They did divorce because every time he came home, he was smelling of alcohol, and he came home late.
Oh my god! And plus, didn't seal. I think there's a wee bit. I mean, there might be something in it. I don't know. Was she ever done? I was just going to say if she was ever had any mental issues. That's all.
No, I wouldn't say so. I don't know.
But it's a strange one, isn't it?
It
I
is.
married a
When we
ghost.
spoke, Dakota, when we spoke, it was about a multitude of things, but not specifically on her ex-husband. I did tell her I want her on my show to talk about him and so on and so on.
You should get her on.
But I will try. It always kind of squared off into something else about rescue or other stuff it's private stuff. But we did talk, but it always steered away from that, and I could never get a direct answer. So I kind of given up on it because it's just. And she is a nice woman. She is a nice woman.
Yeah, he's back. He's back from. Oh, he's away again. He's having a lot of problems tonight. Yeah. See, it's weird. But what's that? It says Galactic Stardust says the square space makes sense. I don't know if you're meaning in the church.
No.
See,
No,
this is you could do the Super Bowl. But here's a question, and this is what the Hellfire. What's the shape inside the Hellfire? The bit where they had it. What shape is it?
Inside the Hellfire in Dublin.
Where they all stood. Where they all stood and did their thing.
There's many rooms in Hellfire. When you walk, so at each side of your stables, you can go into the stables. So when you go into the door, so you have the door is at the side. So you have a standout lock. You walk in the side.
Yeah.
You walk in. You go to your left. There's a room on your left and a room on your right. And in front, there's a room. Is there a room at the bottom, Louise? I can't remember. But I know you go up the stairs. There is a room in front of you. You turn around and you go up another flight of stairs, and there's a room on your left and a room on your right and a room in the middle.
See, I find
rooms. There's some small rooms and some large rooms.
See, I find it interesting because have you ever been in a Masonic lodge?
No.
You ever been? He's ever been in a Masonic lodge? I've had the great pleasure of being invited to the Masonic lodge for a nose, right? Because of family and friends and stuff like that. And when you go in, there's like a room to the left and there's a room to the right, and then you walk down a corridor and then there's this big massive room. And in the room, everything's all covered up. You can kind of see what's in there, but on the floor, it's like marble. A lot of them they're all the same. They're all mostly the same. And you've got the sun, the moon, the stars, and stuff like that. But I always found it interesting because somebody says to me once, and I need to watch what I'm saying because you might watch this, that there was a connection with the Masonic Lodge and the Hellfire Club.
Okay.
And that's why I say about Roslyn Chapel, because everybody thinks it's a chapel where you can get merit and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't really a chapel. It's got a very unusual place. I'll send you some pictures inside it, Jenny. It's very interesting. You're not allowed to film inside it. You can't film inside it. It's not allowed.
You cannot.
Right? No, it's forbidden. And it's got a chamber down below which has been sealed up since I think 1785 or 18 something. It's been sealed up. But the person I know that's dead now that was a Mason told me there was a connection between the Illuminati, the Templars, and the what do you call them? The satanic worshipping. And I always wondered because see a lot of the temples that were built for the satanic temples that were built by Masons. So, you see where I'm going with this kind of stuff here?
Yeah. I know.
So it makes you wonder if people talk about the Masons, right? They see the Scottish Rite Masons.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of the darker. And you get the American side. You get the American Masons, which are they jump about in hats and all that kind of stuff. They don't really care what they're doing, right? But you get the Scottish Free Rite Masons, which are there's darkness about them. I've met one once and he was weird. I'm not going to talk about it on the show tonight, but I'll tell you after the show. But there was one that I met and he told me something and he offered me something, but I'll wait till after the show and I'll tell you what it was. It's interesting Dakota keeps getting kicked. You see that?
No. I'm going to tell you as well, I am going ahead with the GoFundMe. I'm going ahead with it. Go ahead with it because she's come over to me.
Right, so do you have a link the new?
Not yet. I'll set it up tonight. But I can't I can't put pictures up of her.
No, don't put pictures up here because
of her on her GoFundMe. I can't put pictures up on her GoFundMe.
Aye.
You
want to tell everybody a foot?
I work in rescue and I have an emergency case coming from the UK. It's very confidential, if that makes sense, but I'm working in rescue longer than I've had hot dinners. Anyhow, this girl is coming over to us from the UK and she's making her way on Tuesday. She's making her way on Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember. But anyhow, she's in a bad situation where she needs to get into safety. And that's what we're doing. So I had to look for a foster for her, along with a group of people who was doing the transport and bringing her over quietly because of her bad past.
Yeah, really bad.
She's an ex-L bully. Her teeth has been shaved right down to the nerve because they used her as bait. I've seen pictures where there is a scar on her leg where she was tied when they used her as bait. What else?
It's horrific.
Oh, I get so upset. Sorry.
That's fine. It's fine. So Jenny's gonna go make a GoFundMe thing to help with the dog. We can't obviously tell you where and what, but until it's ready, it will be tweeted out and it'll be shared everywhere. Please consider donating to it to please help this dog.
It's basically
is it vaccinations?
It's basically for her. I've learned tonight that she was bred twice, and even though the owner gave her up, he's now looking for her to breed from her again. Her teeth you can see the holes where her nerves are. All of her canines, her molars are all shaved right down. Her teeth are flat.
Is there nothing can be done there? Is she feeling any pain with that?
She will eventually. She's only 18 months. She will eventually. She's a beautiful. Now, I've seen videos of her. There's a nice friend of mine in where I live that's going to foster her for me. So when she comes into Ireland, she's going to be registered in my name. So then she's my name. So we have to get her vaccinated. We have to get her chipped, and we have to get her neutered. So I work in rescue for many, many, many years, and everything that I do comes from my pocket. But I have an old dog here with a €1,200 vet bill, so I can help, but I can't help by payment.
Yeah, I know.
Some of the ladies in the UK will help what they can, but I said, you've got to help. If I'm getting involved, you've got to help. You've got to help me get this done so this girl's going to be
How
safe.
much is it? How much is it going to cost to get?
Oh,
everything?
I'd say for her food, her vaccinations, her microchipping, what else? Her nutrient. It'll be nutrient alone would be over 200.
Oh my God!
Because she's a heavy girl. She's a heavy girl.
Yeah, I've heard that can be expensive. I've got a friend who's a vet. He stays up the back.
It sounds like she's an XL body, so her weight's going to be heavy. What else? Her vaccinations is about 90 to 100 euros. It's about 90 euros, and then her food, her microchipping is 40. So anything that will help to get her on her way to an easier life, and she'll be in the south of Ireland. Well, she'll be safer. But we have to get her out of the UK, and she's leaving it on.
I suppose when she's chipped and registered to you, she will be safe.
Yes, of course she will. Yeah.
Right, because when she's chipped, that's that. If somebody takes her, she's chipped. So
yes, well, he wants to breed her underground again. So basically, use her as a breeding machine. And I will tell you, she's an absolutely stunning dog. She's very distinct, which is why her pictures are not going up until she's in Ireland.
Can I ask you something? Did he not get into trouble for this?
No, he won't.
To animals? No,
because he's under the radar. She's chipped, but when you scan the chip, it comes up as private, so we don't know who he is. The women in the UK know who he is, but so he's gone under radar. So I'm going to rechip her in Ireland, so she's mine until I get her a full-time home. She's nervous about the dogs, but she's not in an active way. One of the fastest French bulldog went for her, and she left. She walked away. She left. She was afraid. I mean, she's 18 months, and all she's been doing is using breeds and breeding.
I've seen the pictures, and she does look a beautiful dog. I've seen the pictures, and she does look like a beautiful dog. But what they've done to her teeth, that person should, I can't say only for that person, but they should get the jail. They should get the jail for what they've done. Yeah.
The side of her face is scarred. Her leg is scarred from being tied when she was used as bait. Her teeth have been shaved down to an inch of her life.
How did they shave the teeth down? Because
I don't know. I really don't know.
Wonder it struggle quite a bit unless they get somebody with vet experience to do it.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe a vet did it in the background, or they pay a vet X amount of money to be the behind the scene vets.
That makes me wonder.
These dogs now in the UK are having the really, really bad rap. And listen, I work with dogs. I know the breeds. I know. I get it. I know. And but because this is happening to this girl, nothing will happen to him. But she's going to get put to sleep if she's taken by the government in the UK. She'll get put to sleep. And I've watched videos of her. And I can't wait to meet her on Wednesday. I watched videos of her. All she does is wag her tails. She's lying with a child, and people say, "Oh my God, dog and child." If you're going to do that, I would advise you not to.
Curiosity before we end the show, how did they get the dog to Southern Ireland for the UK?
That's confidential.
Right. I'm just wondering because I was just wondering because obviously you've got like customs and.
Oh, we have it all sorted. But that cannot be said because she needs to get out. The owner did hand her over at one point.
Yeah.
And so it's not like the dog was taken. The owner did, but now he wants her back to get her a good home, which is bullshit because he wants to breed her.
No.
He wants to.
It'll be a friend who can.
They've seen messages where they said that they want to breed her underground, so she's going to be kept in a cage and bred. They have to keep her in good condition.
Bred until she dies. Basically.
She's 18 months old and she's 2 litters already. They come into season every 6 months or every 12 months. And she's 2 seasons already and she's not even 2 years of it. 2 pups or 2 litters. That's and she's horrendous. Not even 2 yet.
How much they must have made a fortune off of her. If you really think about it.
I'd say about 4,000, 5,000. I'd say about 3,000-4,000 for a pup. I know somebody in Ireland that does it. And I won't say much about it. I won't because local people. But I did get onto them one night and I said, if you ever come to me looking for rescue again, you're going to need rescue yourself because I will. Yeah. I'm lovely, but please don't do a home rescue.
Before I end the show, Jenny, some of these people should be named and shamed. to be honest with you, because if they were named in Shane, they would know.
If I knew his name, and if this other person in Drogheda keeps breeding, I'll be naming her too. And the person in the UK, when all of this is like done and okay, then we can I can help with this dog as well. So we'll just see. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight. I don't know what's happened to Dakota. I think he's been took by a succubus or incubus, maybe both at the same time. We do not know. So hopefully next week we will hear what happened to Dakota. And Jenny, thank you so much for joining. And
I was late.
Remember,
as usual.
Please, in the podcast world, guys, remember, check out Emerald Isles Paranormal Researchers. Give them a big subscribe because their channel's nearly monetized now. Please become a member of the channel. Help them grow. Help them do interesting stuff. And we'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.
Good night. Maybe.
I'll play the outro.